Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Allison, your educator here at Beyond Miracles, and today we are talking about Cellstory versus other professional spicule treatments. This is a very commonly asked question, so I wanted to do a little webinar so that we could go through all the information that you're going to need so that you can decide what's right for you in your treatment room. So, first, we can't look left or right in our industry these days without seeing all of the great things that are coming from our Korean lab scientists and partners. They have advanced delivery systems, elevated ingredients, the science, the technology in a very competitive market. And that is a benefit to us because there's some really great advancements in skincare science that we can gain from our Korean partners. So, Cellstory, in my opinion, is the best professional spicule treatment on the market. So I wanted to take you through some of the reasons why. So first, let's talk pre-care. With Cellstory, the only pre-care that we have to mention to our clients is to discontinue the use of actives or acids for about 72 hours. We know that the spicule insertion through the skin is going to bring a little bit of heat, irritation, just by nature of the treatment. So anything that is causing extra proliferation of cells, exfoliation, or just igniting the surface layer of the skin. We want to lay off of that for about 72 hours before the treatment, versus some other treatments that will require about 2 weeks or up to 6 weeks of a pre-care prescribed regimen with additional products that are needed to prep the skin to get the best outcome, the most desired outcome from those treatments. So that's a big difference. Even before the clients come for a treatment, what we're asking them to do to their skin or not do to their skin in preparation. So with Cellstory, there's no pre-care required. So that's a really big bonus for a lot of my clients. That also alleviates the issue of having a client come through maybe for a first appointment with you and in through your consultation and discussion with the client deciding that Cellstory would be a great option to help them achieve their skin goals today. You can go ahead and do it as long as the client hasn't used actives or acids within the past couple of days, versus another treatment where you'll have to send the client away with a pre-care regimen for them to return in a couple of weeks or even a month or longer, depending on their skin type. So that's a huge bonus for Cellstory. There's really no pre-care required. Additional client purchase is another category that I am concerned with here too, because we know it. Times are hard. A lot of our clients would love to have treatments with us very frequently, or go for the more advanced treatments that are going to bring the results like Cellstory, but price is often a factor. And I get it. I'm a real working mom and business owner and esthetician too. So with Cellstory, there's no pre-care required. We just covered that in the last slide. So they don't have to buy anything extra to prep for the treatment. Also, the post-care is going to be included in the treatment. If you've taken my webinars before, if you're a pro with us, you know that this treatment keeps working for up to 3 days, 72 hours after the client leaves the treatment room. So post-care is really important. So a lot of us pros are building this post-care kit that you see here in the photo right into our treatment price. There is a 3-day healing period after Cellstory, and we're going to send our clients with everything that they need to get them through that 3-day period. And then after that, they're free to return to their regularly scheduled skincare regimen. And that's huge because they don't have to buy anything else outside of what we're offering them with the treatment, versus some other treatments on the market that requires the clients to purchase at least two products for the pre-care portion and at least two products for the post-care portion. So presenting that as an additional cost to clients is off-putting to a lot of people. So I love it that with Cellstory, everything is all inclusive for your clients. Product mixing. So this is a big one too. So in the treatment for Cellstory, we have pre-mixed single-use applicators that you see in the photo here. This is step 5. This is the meso care or the application of the spicules inside the Cellstory treatment. And this is a really cool representation in the photo too, because out of that pre-filled applicator comes a cream, a cream-like product. You know us for our famous dots all over the face. This is what we dot all over the face, and then we manually insert the spicules. It couldn't be easier. You just pop off the cap, push the little plunger, and you are ready to go with your spicule treatment. Versus other treatments on the market where you will have to measure out of a multi-use container, two multi-use containers, one that contains the raw spicule product and another that contains an activator liquid. You have to mix it up and apply it to the skin. And because of that, let's say human error that's allowed in a lot of mixing rituals, we sometimes have to put extra liquid or extra activator or take extra steps to move those types of products across the skin, depending on how our mixture came up that day. So I really love that there's no product mixing. It's really user friendly for me as the technician here. It's cost effective just to pull that pre-filled applicator out of the Cellstory box and start applying that step. It's fabulous. Okay, other back bar products. So with Cellstory, there's no other back bar products needed. Everything that you need to complete a Cellstory treatment comes right out of the box. The only additional thing you'll need is your preferred method of removal for the cleanser, sponges, towel, whichever. But everything else is in the box. So we can see a photo here in this slide of unpackaged Cellstory. So all the components removed from the box here, but everything's in there. It's pre-packaged and pre-portioned in these little packets. It's economical. It's easy to use. The perfect amount of product is dispensed at each step. It's built that way. It's designed that way. Versus other treatments where you'll have to support the actual spicule treatment with other back bar products. That is an additional cost to you as well, such as the cleanser, finishing products, a mask, other products to move the spicule treatment around or insert it, or ampules or other things that you want to enhance that treatment with if you desire to do so. All of those things are extra that we need to add in or pull from our back bar when using other treatments. So Cellstory is fantastic for this because it's all inclusive. I love when I set up for a Cellstory to pull all of my components out of the box and lay it on my tray really neatly. I always take a nice picture of that because it's just so neat and tidy and easy to use, and nothing else is needed. Okay, so downtime. So, you know, the downtime, we don't even like to say the words downtime with Cellstory. We like to say post-healing period because the traditional word downtime doesn't really apply. I've had clients that hop off the table, throw on their sunglasses, go pick up their kids from school, go to lunch with a friend. They just, you're not gonna have to go hide in your house, okay, after a Cellstory. So for those 3 days when you're post healing, you'll make some special considerations like not excessively sweating or going to the sauna or sitting out in the sun. Of course, all the things we wouldn't do after any sort of facial treatment. But your skin is glowy, it's vibrant. A little bit of redness is normal, like pink cheeks after you've taken a run, that kind of flush. So actually, the skin looks really good. Versus other treatments where the post can begin up to 3 days after the treatment. So the client will leave red and irritated from the treatment, which is also possible with Cellstory, with any of these types of treatments. But the skin is then starved of moisture to help increase flaking and peeling with those other treatments. That can be a little bit of a rough go for a lot of our clients because it doesn't feel so great. And then up to 3 days post treatment, you can start to see those flakes and peeling and the effects of this treatment, the treatment start to form. And that can go on for up to 7 days afterwards. So it's a little bit harder to judge how to fit those other treatments into your life, unless you have a whole week to go take off and sit home and monitor your skin. So Cellstory is really user friendly for the client in that matter, because there's really no downtime. Excessive peeling and flaking isn't going to happen. It's very manageable, which leads me to what we're going to do after the treatment: skin nourishment. So, Cell Story, Beyond Miracles, all of our technologies and treatments are all focused around healthy skin function, healthy cellular function, keeping the skin in a state of healthy cell turnover, enacting those healing responses within our skin, building quality collagen, and triggering elastin production. That is like the basis of everything that we do at Beyond Miracles. So after a treatment with Cell Story, we're going to nourish the skin. We are not going to deprive the skin of any moisture. We are not going to try to elicit a greater peeling or flaking response from the skin. We are going to flood the skin with moisture, skin nourishing, skin loving, healthy, functional ingredients during that post healing period, as well as continual if you decide to prescribe some Miracle Tox products to your clients. We are not going to try to make the skin dry out or anything like that. I don't think that that's super healthy for the skin. Again, we're focused on nourishment and health and all of those really great ingredients that are packed into all of the steps of the Cell Story treatment. They're just flooding the skin with goodness, which is one of my favorite parts of the treatment. The skin looks good even before I've put the spicules into the skin. So that is really fabulous. So here you'll see I just have pictured some of our moisturizing and hydrating ingredients, like our recovery cream, which is step number 8 in the treatment. Of course, the Cell Story treatment mask, which is just loaded with hyaluronic and all sorts of great ingredients to cool, calm, nourish, and hydrate the skin. And one of my personal faves, the Angelto cream, which is a really popular add-on product that we can prescribe to our clients for extra moisture and hydration, barrier repair, health, and function. So really great options there. In the treatment room, we are going to have one basic, easy to follow protocol for every client. The Cell Story protocol does not change depending on what type of outcome we want for our client, what type of skin that they have. So it's really easy. You just go on autopilot a lot of the times. You can really put your heart and soul into the treatment, and your client is enjoying the treatment because you don't have to think about steps or different protocols, versus other treatments where there are separate protocols available for light, medium, deep, which can also affect the client's comfort and the outcome of the treatment afterwards. So, yeah, with Cell Story, one basic, easy to follow protocol, nothing extra to know. It's easy, which for me as a technician, we love easy, right? So, use on body. So, Cellstory is not approved for use on the body anywhere besides the face. Our spicules are lab perfected to be the perfect length, width, size, and shape to fit down into the basal layer of the epidermis for the skin of the face only. We know that the skin varies in thickness on all different parts of the body, but our Cell Story Microsphere technology is a very concentrated technical lab effort that focuses strictly on the skin of the face. There are other treatments out there, professional ones, that you can use on other areas of the body at your own discretion, but that puts that into your hands to deal with how that works out for your client, the discomfort or the ways to use it on different areas of the body. So I love that Cell Story is perfected for the face. It's a focused effort. I know that I'm getting the best results for the skin on the face. Inflamed acne use. So, if you've taken other trainings with me before, you've heard me say it. If for no other reason at all, besides all the wonderful things it does for so many different types of clients, I would keep Cell Story in my treatment room to use on my acne clients alone. Cell Story is approved for use on active or inflamed acne. It is great at tackling inflammation, as you can see in this picture here, 3 days later, you can see that the congestion is gone from the skin, the inflammation has been taken down, and this lovely woman in the photo here is well on her way to clearance. And this is only after one Cellstory treatment. So, yes, you can use Cellstory on active acne, whereas most other spicule treatments on the market, their professional directions will tell you to reduce or take down the breakout and inflammation first before using the spicule product. So it's so good on acne. My acne clients are so happy with it. I am so happy to finally have found something that I can say to them, yes, I can use this on you, even while you're having a breakout. Let me walk you through what it's going to feel like and how it's going to be a little bit different than if your skin was clear at this moment. But we can look forward to purging of any toxic material that doesn't belong in the skin, clearing it out, taking down that inflammation, supporting the skin's natural function so the acne doesn't return. And at the same time, we're addressing all of the other signs that our acne clients are already concerned about before we've even had a chance to get them clear, like pigmentation, scarring, all the things that acne can leave behind. Cellstory is also addressing those issues while we're addressing the acne. And it doesn't get much better than that because we know our acne clients want their acne gone, they want to be clear, and they want all the side effects of the acne gone as well. So I love it, love it, love it for my acne clients. Okay, so the spicules. So what's inside our applicator, the actual spicules, the star of the show? It's important. Our spicules, our microspheres, are put through a 13-time purification process, then coated in our yellow calming complex, which is our collection of Korean botanicals that I call them the antis. They're anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. They're put there to keep the skin clean, cool, calm, taking care of the reactionary things that can happen when we're sneaking spicules into the skin. It nourishes and calms the skin while the spicules are going in and doing their job of intentional wounding of the skin. With other treatments, it's not so clear the quality of their spicules, where they're from. Most of them are raw materials that contain their own bioactive ingredients, which aren't all bad. But any product that I'm putting on my clients, I want to know that it's perfected. Yes, it comes from a natural source. It comes from fresh water sponges that are lab grown, our spicules. And then that whole purification and coating process and all of those really great skin nourishing and loving ingredients. It's like chef's kiss. Why would you not want your spicules coated in all of this goodness when we're sneaking them down into the deeper layers of the skin? So here is the breakdown. Cellstory is a more user-friendly treatment for both the professional and the client. It's been described to me by some of our aesthetic pros as a more elevated or elegant treatment that uses spicules in the treatment room. Our Microspear technology, our lab partners have perfected it. It is our main focus for everything we do here at Beyond Miracles, and they have perfected it, and the results just speak for themselves. So for me, Cell Story is a winner in this category for professional spicule treatments across the market for all the reasons we've gone through today. Ease of delivery of the treatment, client comfort. Does it still feel prickly and spicy? Sure, it does. But you'll find some funny videos out there of other spicule treatments gone wrong where clients were super duper uncomfortable. And that never really happens with Cellstory. Of course, everyone is different. The prickly and the spicy is still there, but it's way manageable. And once people see the results within the next couple of days, they're hooked and they're ready to book their package or their next treatment. So that manageable healing period where you don't have to stop life or take a week off of work or experience excessive peeling or flaking, but the job is still getting done, we're still getting the results, is huge. It's all inclusive, so any skin tone, any skin type, including our acne clients. There are a few contraindications that we go through in our training certification, of course. So it's good to know about those, but it's all inclusive. You can level up this treatment by adding other modalities and pairing it with other things that already are in your treatment room, as well as packaging it with other types of treatments and modalities that you offer at the studio. Cellstory plays really nicely with all other things, and us estheticians love to use our other things. So that's a really big bonus. Um, we have focused education and support. This is what we do. We do Microspear Technology. We work closely with our lab partners in Korea to perfect this treatment, to perfect the ingredients and the quality and all the things that go into making Cellstory the fantastic treatment that it is. And of course, we are focused on that. We are focused on our pros. We are focused on our clients, skin health, getting the results that everybody is after. And of course, the education. We are always here for you to help you through, to guide you. If you've got difficult client issues or things that you need advice on, I'm always here for you to help you with that. So hopefully that is useful information for all of us that are interested in professional spicule treatments. And the information provided here is meant to give you a little bit of an insight into why Cellstory is so fantastic. So I hope that that was helpful for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see across the bottom of the screen, my email address is there. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, any further questions about the spicule treatment or anything I can help you with. And if you have any problems with your ordering process or website, or you have any questions about that, my friend Gina can help with that as well. Her email is at the bottom of the slide there. So thank you again so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.